Hey everyone, I am here with another process video, and this is actually a companion layout, or it's not really a companion layout because they will go into different books, but it's the same pictures using the same kit that I used in the month of July, and it was the kit that I made from the inspiration from the Crafty Maven Getaway group that I participate in. And so I just basically took the inspiration that was given to us for my particular week, and I made a scrapbook kit out of my stash. So it's pretty much what I used for a good portion of last month, and I really enjoyed using up some of my older supplies. So, and I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I do scrapbooks for my nieces, and so a lot of times I'm duplicating the photos, so or duplicating the layouts, but I try not to do them exactly the same because that can get kind of boring, especially if I'm doing it for all of my nieces. So and I do it for my younger nieces. So I have 4 nieces, and by the time I started doing it, the one that's a little bit older, I probably graduated by then or close to it. So I started these books for my 3 younger nieces towards, I don't know, maybe a few years ago. And so anyways, I do, like, if I have, if there's like a holiday that I want to scrap and they happen to be in them, I will scrap for all of them. And then I give them to them at graduation time. So one of my nieces already received her book. And Amber, who's in the pictures on this layout, is going to receive her book this year. So, alright, so I shared all that information with you and didn't share anything about what I'm doing here. So basically the last layout that I did had the same, very similar items that I used on it. Like I used that gold and cream striped paper, and I think I used some of that pink, I don't know what you call that. Is that chicken fence or hexagon? I'm not sure. But I used some of that on both of the layouts. And they're totally different. One of the layouts I have going vertically, and the other one I have going more horizontally. So like across the page like I have here. And I used 3 photos on the one and 4 photos on this one. So, you know, it's of the same event and they're very similar photos, but just different for which book they're going to go into. So this one is actually going to go into my niece's book. So when I do the journaling, I will do it as if I'm talking to her. And yeah, so I'm using these Jelly Bean Soup letters. They're kind of plastic letters, and a lot of people don't like them because they're really hard to find the letters, but I don't mind. I really like the size of them. I think that's what I like so much about them. And they're like thickers, but they're not. They're flat. They're not thick, but they're good quality like thickers are. So, and I do mark them off. So as I use them, I mark them off on those little sheets. Sorry, I'm zoomed in, so I'm not really doing this on camera. So you get a nice little view of my family there. And this is where they both, my brother and my niece, so that would be her uncle. I have 3 brothers, so their birthdays are right around the same time in April, and we were celebrating Easter and decided to celebrate their birthdays. So my sister-in-law put all that together. They each had a cake. One was an ice cream cake and one was a regular cake, so it was kind of fun. I can't believe I took this long where I didn't realize I was zoomed in. Sorry about that. I'm just placing the title. Oh, there you go. So the big teal letters are going to say B-Day Easter, and then in the smaller letters I'm going to put happy above both of them. So eventually it'll say Happy B-Day and Happy Easter. Sorry about that. I swear the allergies are just killing me lately. And I'm struggling with those letters. I've talked about that in my last couple videos, I think. I really like those stickers, but they are a beast to get off the page, or the little sticker sheet. So we'll see what I end up doing with them. I still have them. And I think I was even afraid to put them away because they're just falling off the sheet, but they come off in clumps. So, you know, if you have one or two that's going to fall off, it usually comes off with about 5 or 10. All right, so let's see. I have to try and remember what I did. It's been a while since I did this layout. I'm taking a frame and I'm framing a piece of that gold and cream paper. And I'm just going to trim off the edges because obviously I didn't get it cut exactly to the size of the frame. And I like to do this when I do for pictures like this. I like to put something in the middle of the pictures if I can without covering something important. So I'm just taking that frame with a flare button that says yay on it. And I'm going to place that in the middle. And I used one of those Heidi Swapp black and white striped hearts up at the top corner, which matches very nicely to the flare. And I also put a heart down at the bottom right corner too. And there isn't too much more of this layout to go. I'm looking to see what else I could put on it, but what I end up doing is adding some enamel dots. Oh, first I add on the year. And I love these Tim Holtz sticker books. I apologize for clearing my throat constantly. I know that can get really annoying, so I always feel bad when I do it, but my allergies are just not good. So yeah, I love those little sticker books, so whenever I get a chance to use them, I use them. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do a line at the top and the bottom. And I'm using one of those, what is it called? Jelly roll? I thought it has a different name to it. Let's see. Oh, I think it's glaze. Yeah, it's a glaze, like a jelly roll pen. And it goes on really wet, but it dries and it's beautiful. It's like got a little bit of a shine to it. So I did that at just a line at the top and the bottom. And then I'm doing the journaling that just says, you and your Uncle Russ both have birthdays early in April. So this year we celebrated them at Easter. And then here's where I'll go ahead and add the enamel dots. And I just do pink, black, and like a blue or teal. It's so funny how I have so many of certain colors, but then hardly any of others. Like I have so many greens and teals and tons of pink, but I hardly have any black, and I use black a lot. So I keep trying to figure out how I can buy myself a whole bunch of black enamel dots. I have no idea how to do that other than to spend a lot of money on a particular pack that has just black. So I'm working on that. But for now, I've got like two little, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 little sheets that have hardly any black on it. So I'm just putting the enamel dots on the page. And I believe that is it for the layout. Oh, I'm still adding some more enamel dots. There we go. Now that's it. I'm still thinking here. I don't end up adding any more though. So there are some still shots at the end, and I believe there's probably some close-ups here too. Oh, I'm still trying to figure out if I can put those little flags on there. Alright, here's the close-ups. I know it goes kind of fast, but there's some still shots at the end, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.